Put your left foot in, you take your left foot out. You take your left foot in, and you shake it all about. And now you know how the U.S. government runs. That's what it's all about. You put your right foot in, you take your right foot out. You put your right foot in, then you shake it all about. Now you know how the government runs. That's what it's all about. Let's sing a song. Okay, I am watching some very interesting bull riding right now on, and all of my predictions I've made about how long these riders would stay on the bulls. Where's my remote? They've all been wrong. All of them been wrong. So I'm 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 like oh for Alright, so I'm gonna turn it down. I don't know if bull riding is copyrighted. Man, if this was 10 years ago and I had a Roku TV with a live bull riding channel, man, it probably would have ended up much like the time that my oldest daughter came in one night. I may have already talked about this. If I did, I don't remember. And even if I did remember, I still don't care. Anyway, we live in Baton Rouge, so we have that. I think it's called the oh, I forgot the dude's name. Horace. It's Horace. Anyway, it's a big ass bridge. We have two Mississippi River bridges. We one of them we call the old one. I don't because it's the one that was before the new one. And the other one we call the new one. The old one, boy. I mean, like I don't know if anybody's ever climbed that one. That because that one's got a whole railroad trains go across that one, and it just I don't even like driving on that one. But she came in one night. This was in 2016, talking about. Okay, and you gotta understand, in 2016, it was like I could tell I was getting old and my looks were fading, and then hers were just, and I know, like I've had to, you know, being a mom doesn't come with a handbook, neither does getting old. That don't come with a handbook either. And everything she did was just so magnanimous. And then she's 1,000 times prettier than me, and I'll never forget, like the first time I brought her to New Orleans. She was, walking next to me, and for the first time ever, this is gonna sound so arrogant and so I don't care, but it happened. Every dude we passed was looking at her and not at me, and I was like, I was, I don't ever hear no mamas talk about this, but I was like, ooh, 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 because I know you can't tell. I'm old now. I don't care. I'm old now, but like my 30s. Oh my God, I was a beast. I was a beast, and I was a lot of a beast because like my whole life before that, I did not. I didn't think I was ugly. I didn't think I was pretty. I didn't think I was anything. Like these were not things that I thought about. I had never been the type of person that thought things everyone else thinks. Like I just didn't, and I didn't, and like I'm like just now here, half a century, like figuring out, like, oh shit, you didn't ever think about any of that stuff. But anyway, so yeah, all that happened. Anyway, she came in the one night. She's like, I climbed to the top of the Mississippi River bridge. Look at me, Mississippi River. Yes, I'm drinking, but the alcohol is not what caused my mouth to do that just now. I don't really know what did. It wasn't alcohol though. I can assure you. Um, but I climbed to the top of the Mississippi River Bridge, and I'm like trying to be I'm being mom and you know, I'm just like, that's cool, that's tough, that's good, you know, and just the next day, because back then, 10 years ago, man, I had guns. I had guns. I was like, I was all muscle, and my muscles were, it was almost manly how big my muscles were. Seriously. And there's videos on this channel with me when it was like that. Like, look, you want to learn how to get your biceps cut? Look, you just do that all day long, every day. Just do it. Just do it repetitively. Just do that. That alone, man. Look. Anyway, the next day after she told me that, I was just like, you know, drinking pretty good, like I do every day anyway. And I was like, oh, I'm about to go do that. I'm gonna have to do that. And like, oh my God, must have had a demon enter me to make me do that. This is, what? What was going on in my head? I'm like, looking back, oh my God, I'm so glad I did it. I'm so proud of myself. That was such a cool thing to do that nobody does. Like, you know what I mean? Like, but still, I'm like, dude, you've been afraid of heights since you stopped being a child. I don't know, why does that happen? Why do you start getting age and then all of a sudden you're afraid of heights? Because I was never afraid of heights as a child, but then something happened in my 20s. I don't know. Just all of a sudden, like, heights were scary. It's weird. Like, like tall hotel. Anyway. So, and like getting on to the top of this bridge is not easy. It took 3 hours up, and I skipped some parts on the way down because I just wanted to be off of there. But so it was like an hour and a half down. But to get up on it, you gotta go down under the bridge and walk across this, tightrope catwalk, and then you have to get inside of the bridge. You have to literally get inside of the bridge, inside of the structure, and climb it like that. And the holes that are there, which you climb, they're almost 6 feet apart. I mean, like, I'm 5'5", and uh, it was like I'm having to stand with one foot in one of the holes on my tippy toe to try to, and I could barely reach the next hole. But you gotta do that, and so I did. And no, like, she did it better. Like, her video, when she did her video on top of the bridge, she got up on top of the damn bridge and was just walking and taking video, just nonchalant. Like, I guess she hadn't. I don't wonder if she's afraid of heights. She's probably still not afraid of heights. But anyway, I got to the top and I stuck my head out the hole, and then I was like, okay, not gonna stand up right here. Not gonna do that because, like literally, I'm so high I can see, like, this in the entire city. I'm looking down at I-10, and there's, not gonna stand here, but this is the first time I've admitted I didn't stand up. I mean, I climbed to the top, but I didn't have the balls to stand. So, like, if I have any regrets about that trip, it would be that part. Yeah. So that was a cool thing. I don't even know what made me think to talk about this. And I have to do this live. The reason why I'm doing this live is only because if I were to be making a video, and I know I'm making a video and I press record, as soon as I messed anything up, I would immediately, probably, I know I would hit the stop button, and then all that means is that after I do all this, I'm gonna have to open up iMovie and edit clips. And, like, I say this on all my videos, I'm zero effort. I'm lazy. I'm not doing that shit. Like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to. So if I do it live, I can't pause it and edit it. You know. So yeah, if you're watching this later, thank you for hanging in there and hopefully like 2 times in it through my long pauses. But I have to if I have to do it live or it won't get done. You know what I mean? It'll either become it'll either become something I never wanted to begin with after all the edits, or it just won't get done. Period. Because I'll just like start it and be like. You put your left foot in, you take your left foot out. You put your left foot in, then you shake it all about. You do the hokey pokey, know what government's about. That's what it's all about. You put your right foot in, you take your right foot out. You take your right foot in, then you shake it all about. And now you know how all senators and congressmen and everyone in Washington, D.C. works. That's what it's all about. There ain't no sides in the hokey. They're all one side and hokey pokey. There ain't no one side or the other. There are two sides playing one, and that's what it's all about. I thought that was funny. I like singing that song. I never really understood the hokey pokey. All them years I was at the skating rink, because my mom used the skating rink as a babysitter, and I love that about my mom. Thank you, Mom, for doing that. But yeah, and I never understood the hokey pokey back then. I get it now, but like today I got it. That's why I'm singing it. I'm like, oh, that's what the hokey pokey was for the whole time. It was just mentally preparing the gymnastic. Yeah, that's. Oh, I get it now. I get it now. You do know